Hello friends, yesterday we have seen the types of housing system for the dairy animals, and in this we have discussed about the various types of housing system. That is, the number one was the number one was the loose housing system, and second one was conventional housing system. Okay. And in this conventional housing system, this system is again divided into two different systems, that is the head to head housing system and second one is tail to tail housing system. Okay. In this head to head housing system, as we have seen that the animals are arranged in head to head manner. It means that this is the head of animal and this is the body of animal. So, this kind of arrangement or this kind of housing system is called as the head to head, and the manger in this system, manger may be separate or it may be common for the both the rows. Okay. And this is the space which is provided for the movement of the human being. So, when the space is provided here, so it will help us to provide the food to both the animals at the same times. Okay. So, this is called this type of the arrangement of animals is called as the head to head housing system, whereas in tail to tail system the heads are in opposite directions. It means that the animals are arranged like this. It means that this is the head and this is the manger is provided in opposite. Okay. So, here the in this type of the system the manger was in the center, whereas in the head tail to tail system the manger is in the end of this shed. Okay. And tails are arranged in center, and therefore, this type of arrangement of animals is called as the tail to tail housing system. So, in this way we have seen the advantages and disadvantages of both the method, that is the loose housing system and conventional housing system. And in today's lecture we are going to discuss in detail about the water supply for the dairy animals. Okay. Why the it becomes very essential to provide the water to the dairy animals. As we know that without water no life is possible. Water is needed on dairy farm for the following purposes. For what purposes water is generally required on dairy farm? The number one point is water is required for washing dairy animals, washing the various utensils which we use on dairy farm. Number 1, water is required for for the drinking purpose. Water is required for the drinking purpose. Number 3, water is needed for cleaning and washing and also for the preparation of the feed. It means feeding, for the preparation of various feeds. Number 4, water is also required for the treatment. Number 5, water is also required for the irrigation purpose. It means that if you want to take, if you want to produce the green forages, green fodders. So, for that purpose, for the irrigation purpose, we need the waters. So, on dairy farm, water is required for washing purpose, for the drinking purpose, for the preparation of the feeding materials, for the treatment of animals and for the irrigation purpose. So, all these for 5 purposes water is required on dairy farm. Okay. So, let us see in detail about the first point, that is the washing. Washing, water is required to wash the animals, then water is required to wash building, water is required to wash equipment. As we know that we have lots of equipments available on dairy farm, and to wash all these equipment, generally we need to wash all these equipment by using the water. So, for the we need water for washing the animal, we need water for washing the building, we need water for washing the various equipments used in dairy farm. Okay. So, this is the first point, that is the washing. Second point is the drinking. As we know that the on dairy farm there is a requirement to have the potable water on dairy farm, abundant supply, there should be the abundant supply of drinking water on dairy farm. Okay. And water is not only required for the drink purpose of for the animals, but it is also required for the laborers who are working on the dairy farms, they need the water. So, it becomes essential to provide the drinking water on dairy farm. Okay. Then if we are constructed the house for the laborers or the residentials who are living on the dairy farm. So, for that for those purpose also the water should be there, water must be there. Okay. So, this is the this is the second point that we have completed, drinking. It means that the drinking animals means water required for the drinking animals, water required for the drinking purposes for the laborers, waters also drinking water must be available for the residential. Okay. So, this is the third point that we have second point that we have completed, that is the drinking. Okay. Third point is the feeding. Water is needed for the cleaning and washing of the feed and also for the preparation of feed. Suppose we have to prepare the feed. So, for this purpose we generally need the water. Again, for washing and cleaning purposes, we suppose we have to wash some feed materials, for this purpose also the water is required. Okay. So, this is the third point, that is the feeding. Then the treatment. For the preparation of various solution, water is required. Suppose we have to prepare the solution, for this purpose water is required, and solution is generally applied on the wound of animal. It means that we are treating the animals, and for this the water is required. Okay. Then irrigations, as I told you earlier, uh, we have to grow various forages, green forages. Okay. If we want to uh, grow lucerne, jawar, okay, gajaraj grass, napier, bajra. So, to grow all these grasses, all these fodders, generally we need to have the abundant supply of water, abundant supply of water. So, water is also required for the irrigation purpose also. So, in this way, water is required for the washing, water is required for the drinking purposes, water is required for the feeding, water is required for the treatment. It means that for the preparation of various solution, water is also required for the irrigation purpose. It means that to grow the green fodders, that is the lucerne, gajra, jawar, napier grass, bajra, etc. So, in this way water is required on dairy farm for the various purposes, that is the washing, drinking, feeding, treatment and irrigation purpose. Okay. With this, again for the sixth, that is the miscellaneous. Miscellaneous for the preparation of milk produce, treatment of milk, then washing of vehicles and machines used on dairy farms. So, in this way water is required for the various purposes on dairy farm. So, in this way we have completed the first point, that is the water supply and why the water is required on dairy farm. Thank you very much.